Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Asia. I do post-cancer wellness, beauty, fashion, and recently it has turned into a personal diary. If you are interested in any of those things, I would love for you to stay and subscribe, join our community. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. I'm so glad you are enjoying the content. So this video is going to be they're all personal, but this one is going to be about something that has been on my mind for a while, and I'm kind of trying to figure out how to navigate it. And of course, I need to get it off of my chest, and who better than to talk about it with than you guys. It's a scary topic to me, but it's something that I really need to work through. So I just decided to just sit down and film it. It's something that is deeply personal to me, and I want to just relax and just get it out. But before we do that, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp, and BetterHelp has played an integral part in my mental health and healing. We can't do any of this alone. We need the help of God and each other. And it's okay if you don't want to talk to family and friends. It's okay if you want to talk to a stranger. That's what I did, because spiritual battles, they show up in your mind, they show up in your physical, in your body, they show up in your nervous system. I can physically feel my anxiety. BetterHelp gave me the space to unpack and unpack it safely. We have to be honest with ourselves and what we need. Now, we're all busy, but BetterHelp has options for you to get in your therapy sessions, whether it's phone call or video. They have a way for you to fit your sessions into your life. These are licensed therapists, but if you don't gel with one, you can easily change to another therapist free of charge. And don't feel guilty if you want to change therapists. This is your life. This is your mental health. If you don't gel or if you don't connect with your therapist, change to another one until you feel comfortable. You fill out a quick questionnaire and you're matched with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. But me personally, I was matched within a few hours. They have over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot. For those of you like me that read reviews before I do or buy anything. I personally use BetterHelp, so they are trustworthy and professional. It has been one of the best things that I have incorporated into my life. Please, please don't be embarrassed if you need help. Click the link in my description box below or go to betterhelp.com/Asia Walker to get 10% off your first month of therapy. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. So, this video is not just about faith. This is about obedience. This is about surrender. This is about fear. This is about calling. And this is about being honest with yourself. I'm always honest with you guys, but I'm going to be completely transparent with my feelings right now. And before I get started, I know people are going to do what they want to do anyway, but I would appreciate anyone that does not believe in God, anyone that does not believe in Jesus. That's between you and your God or whoever it is you deal with. Please do not come in my comments telling me what I should believe or who God is or what ain't a guide. Whatever you believe, keep it to yourself. It's mind-boggling to me that people will get on your comments. I've had so many comments on my videos when I talk about God healing me from cancer. The doctors healed you. There is no God. Please save your fingertips the pain, because it's falling on deaf ears. It's not working. You're not going to tell me about my life and what I experienced. So please just save it. This is how I feel. This is my video, and I'm not changing. You can type what you want to type, but nobody's listening. So back to the subject at hand. I have I've not been feeling myself lately. And I'm not talking about just physically, which is an issue, but I've been mentally and emotionally, I just have not been feeling myself. I have not been feeling whole. I have not been feeling happy. I don't know if any of you have ever just felt like you're just in a bubble and you're watching the world and you're putting your hands on this bubble and you just can't, like, that's how I've been feeling. No matter what I do, no matter what's going on, I just always feel empty. I feel like I'm just missing. And ever since my situation, I've just been feeling like okay, remember the movie Life and the guy they nicknamed him Can't Get Right? That's how I've been feeling. Ever since my situation, I just feel like I just can't get right. I've been trying to do everything myself. I've been racking my brain of how I can change my life, and this was my fault and I've done this, and now I need to change, and what can I change? But at every turn I feel like I'm failing at it. Me trying to change my diet, fail. Me trying to exercise, fail. Me starting little side businesses, fail. And it's not anybody's fault but my own. The best word that I can use right now would be scared. I'm scared of my future. I'm scared about the trajectory of my life. I feel like there is a calling. Remember when I told you guys that I felt like when I got sick, I'm not the first person in the world to have cancer. Okay, we're not going to act like this is something that just was set aside just for Asia to get. But I feel like so many people have got this and it has made them stronger and they have moved on. Me, on the other hand, I felt like I was stronger before I had it. I feel like this has literally cut me off at the knees, and I have never been able to get myself back up. I have never felt this weak minded. I have never felt this weak physically, emotionally. I feel like I have been to war and I was just dropped off in the middle of the street and have to find my way back. But I feel like all of this is for a reason. I feel like there is a calling, but I'm scared because I don't know what that calling is or what I'm supposed to do. You all know, I know that God is real. I grew up in the church. I don't believe he's real because I grew up in church. I believe he's real because of the things that I've been through. I believe he's real because of the things that I have endured. I'm trying to explain how he's showed up, like not standing in front of your face, but things have happened and you looking at it and you just know that there's nothing else that it could be but God. And I have shared so much with you guys, but you still don't even know like the half of the things that I have been through since birth. I was born a certain way. Well, let me not word it like that. Like, I wasn't born like a boy or nothing like that. Like, I just had health issues. I put it that way since I was born. And growing up dealing with those health issues, God has always worked through my mom. I just sat back and whatever happened, happened. The doctors collaborated with my mom, or she bullied them into what God would tell her to do. They would want to do what they wanted to do coming from a doctor's perspective, but my mom was listening to the Holy Spirit telling her, yes, no, don't do that. Don't allow this to happen. So everything that went on through my mom. I just was there. And as I got older, my mom is still there in my appointments and my care and things like that. I still look to her. Even when I found out I had cancer, when the colonoscopy papers came out, the doctor gave them to her. I'm looking at her because I know she's going to show what's happening. She didn't have any look or anything on her face, so I thought everything was fine. I didn't know at the time God was telling her what was going on. She just showed no emotion. So, in turn, which kept me calm because she didn't show a face, she didn't show emotion. As a mom, if you see cancer on your child's paperwork, something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You're going to look in shock. You're going to look puzzled, confused. She was straight face. So, I feel like the older I get, these things are falling on me now because it's something that I'm supposed to be doing and I don't know what it is. I don't know what my path is supposed to be. And I've talked to you guys about this before, but I've never told you this part. I'm just deciding if I want to share it or not. God it's two parts. God told my mom that he was going to heal me from my illness when I was born. And while I would say I'm 90% healed, I remember growing up in church, they would always say, ask God for your healing, pray for your healing. And of course you would. That's all you know. But I stopped asking for the healing because God can't lie. And I feel like if God doesn't heal me completely from this, then I'm going to be okay. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. But I feel like in the back of my mind, this is how I'm rationalizing it. I'm going to be okay because he's not done. He can't lie. So I'm going to be fine because it's not fixed 100%. So remember when I told you guys that I live in fear of it reoccurring, and if it's not reoccurring in that spot, it could be somewhere else. I feel like because I run from whatever this is, because I'm scared of whatever this is, I feel like that would be my punishment. Um, because I'm holding on to it too hard for it not to mean anything. I feel like if I don't surrender to whatever this is, that's going to be my punishment. And I showed you guys the mark that I had on my stomach and how I just paid it no mind at first. But then, my mom is feeling it. She's feeling like she felt a lump or something behind it. I didn't feel that, but that's what, she felt like. And, I'm showing my sister and she's showing me pictures of scabs and things in her book. And it's just all jumbled up in my mind. Like, what? Like, how did we go from this being a little rash to me looking at melanoma pictures? Like, I'm I sometimes I wonder just why me. If I have a calling, if there's something that I'm supposed to do, why me? Why did you choose me to do whatever it is that is set aside for me to do? I guess I'm not really sure. I feel like that's why everything I do, I feel like I hit a wall, not just because like I don't feel like God is stopping anything unless it's unless he is, because that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. But I also know that I play a part because you have to be consistent in the things that you're doing as well. And I know that that is an issue for me because I have imposter syndrome. I have moments where I feel like I'm not good enough. I have moments where I feel like I don't bring any value. I have moments where I just feel like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're doing. So just move, just sit down. And I let those feelings and those fears get in the way of who I am. How many of you guys have a prayer life? That is something that has been a struggle for me. And this is going to sound weird, so please don't judge me. But for some reason, that has been one of the biggest struggles in my life, having a prayer life. And I'm going to tell you why. Once again, it comes back to consistency. A lot of times I feel like because I'm not consistent, who are you to go and pray when something's wrong? Who are you to go and pray when you want something? Who are you to go and pray when you feel like it's another health scare or you feel like there's something going on? Who do you think you are? And I told you guys earlier that I can physically feel my anxiety. These thoughts physically affect me. I get knots in my stomach a lot. Um, I get headaches sometimes. That's why therapy is so important, because I'm able to release these things and not feel the guilt that sometimes I feel, even if I make myself pray. I feel guilty while I'm doing it. I feel guilty while I'm praying because I feel like my prayers aren't good enough. I feel like they're not. Like, what is the motive behind this prayer? Are you praying because you love him? Are you praying because you need something from him? Are you praying because you know that's what you're supposed to do and that has been ingrained in you from a little kid in church? Sometimes when we used to fast in church, they would have like fasting and prayer, or like they would have like shut in. They would call it shut in, and you would pray like all night. So I'd be there like, I think I might have been in shut in once. So I'm sitting here like, what we supposed to say all night long? Like all of these type of things still as an adult go through my mind. I was listening to a preacher one day and he said, sometimes you don't always have to talk. Sometimes you just sit and listen. Even not listen like you waiting for God to say something, but you don't know if you would hear from him or not. Because we get on our knees, we pray, we get up and go about our day. We don't take the time to sit and listen. Just sit and be quiet. And I know that praying doesn't always have to be on your knees. Praying doesn't always have to be like, you could pray on your way to work. You could pray while you're doing your skincare. Like, I know there's different ways to pray. I was listening to the same preacher, and he said, how would we be if God dealt with sin now the way he dealt with sin when Moses and Abraham and all of them were alive? Because God is the same, he don't change. But it seemed like he wasn't playing with them then. Like, you lie, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? You do something he told you not to do, he don't care what else you done right. He'll take you to the promised land and you looking at it and you rubbing your Birdman hands together, you still ain't getting it. And it's like now, because of Jesus, we're living in a time of grace. And I feel like me at the head of the class take advantage of that. And I know that there's a bigger thing that I'm supposed to do with this. Even school, I feel like God gives you these ideas and places things in your mind and heart and gives you the resources to do them. I'm still trying to do it myself. When I'm having trouble or struggling, I don't pray. I'm trying to do it myself. Knowing in the back of it's in my head, guys, like pray, like ask God this path, pray. I don't do it. This is not going to be a really long video because I just wanted to speak from the heart and just tell you guys what I have been feeling, what I have been struggling with, and where I am right now in my life. And it sounds like something that's an easy fix, but it's not when you're afraid. It's not when you are afraid that you're going to fail. And I'm not even talking about like school or anything like that. That's a thought, of course. But I'm talking about whatever this calling is, whatever this thing is, whatever this is that is placed aside. The reason why I feel like this is I feel like I'm going to be a failure. Everyone has the fear of the unknown. What do you have to give up? What do you have to change? Who do you have to become? What does that look like for you? What does that look like for the people around you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give you a prime example. One of the stories in the Bible was about God asking. Now, I don't know the whole exact thing, so I may have little parts wrong, but I'm telling you the gist of it, of why I'm saying this. God asked someone to kill their child. They were going to do it. In their heart, in their being, I'm sure everything was fighting them. I'm sure they wanted to throw themselves off of the cliff. But they were going to do it because this is what God said. I know God's not going to tell me to off anybody, but that level of discipline, that level of obedience is what I'm talking about. It's like one day I'll give up, and it's like, I'm tired, I'm mentally tired, I am physically tired, I'm emotionally exhausted. You won. Then that same day, I'll be angry, curse at somebody, go off and do something without praying first, without asking for guidance first, right back into my same patterns. How do you say, I don't want to live like this anymore? How do you say that no amount of fashion, no amount of makeup, nothing can fill this void that you have? I'm not a person that dreams of work. If I could have married rich, love my husband to death, if I could have married rich and I don't have to work and I can luxuriate all day, play in my garden, get my nails done, create my own business if I want to, that would be my dream life. Work wise, no matter what I do, I'm not fulfilled. I just feel like no matter what I do, it's something missing. It's something missing. And I can't figure out what that something is. It's me. It's my perspective on things. It's my thought process with things. It's the way I go about things. It's always going to be this way until I throw my hands up. I'm terrified that me running is going to cause me more harm, and I'm scared. Like, I am scared. I'm scared. I am scared. I am scared. I am scared. I am scared. And I'm afraid that if I don't do whatever it is I'm supposed to do, that it's going to come back. Even small things like my going to the bathroom. If I notice a change in me going to the bathroom, not me going, but looks wise, bells is going off in my head. If I have a pain on my side, bells is going off in my head. I know, I know for a 1,000% fact that God has more for me than this. He has more for me than fear. He has more for me than thinking small. He has more for me than being in this bubble. But it's up to me to get out of it because I'm not happy. I'm not happy. So I just wanted to get that out. I just wanted to express how I was feeling. Um, I'll follow up with you guys and we'll talk about it probably on a live or something. I can just connect with you guys and see your comments, and because live is one of my favorite things to do with you all because the way we connect is just, it's like the best thing ever. So I would love to do that soon, do a live with you guys, but I just wanted to come on here and just be honest and just tell you how I was feeling. As much as God gives grace, when does your grace run out? Please don't forget to like and comment on this video. Subscribe if you are not already. Liking this video helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Bye.